We're live. Welcome back, everybody, to another YouTube live. It's been about 24 hours since Arsenal beat Chelsea 2-1 at the Emirates, and I cannot believe the discourse around this game. Yesterday, we all saw the game. It was not a pretty game, and honestly, do Arsenal deserve to win that game? You could make an argument for it. Wait, 1 second. 2-1 at the Emirates, and I cannot believe. So yeah, you can make an argument that Arsenal deserve to win the game, and you could do the same for Chelsea. Both teams were not great yesterday. Both teams probably would have, I wouldn't say settled for a draw, but both teams, it looked like the outcome was going to be a draw. 3 corners in the game in a London derby, 4:30 p.m. kickoff. It's not a great look for the Premier League. But the discourse that I have seen around this game is absolutely absurd. The hypocrites around Chelsea Football Club, the fans, it's mind-blowing. Because how are you telling me that Chelsea Football Club have been hating on Arsenal fans for so many years about complaining about the refs after every single game? Because we do that, and I'm not going to hide away from that. We do complain about the referees after the game. Let's say we drop points. We're going to complain about this. We're going to complain about that. I'm pretty sure every fan does that. But Chelsea had a problem with that. Chelsea fans always criticised Arsenal for doing so. And yesterday and today might be the most, the amount of fans I have seen complaining over and over again about the decisions made yesterday. It's ridiculous. We can go through it one by one and I'll give you a proper explanation. David Raya punches João Pedro's head. It's all good showing a screenshot, but if you actually show the clip, David Raya hits the ball. He hits the ball, and the screenshot makes it look like he full on just bam into João Pedro's head, doesn't get a touch on the ball, so it looks like a penalty. Common sense here, so that's not a penalty. Declan Rice handball, is that a penalty? Well, if you go back a day before, not many people were speaking about if Núñez handballed it against Leeds. Funnily enough, the next day, Arsenal have a similar situation, and the fact that people are even making a conversation out of it when they didn't want to when it was Man City is crazy. Also, with Declan Rice grappling on, if you're going to give a penalty for that, then you're going to give about 10 penalties a game, because literally, even in the goals that we scored, the amount of grappling that's going on, even when Chelsea scored, the amount of grappling that goes on in the corner box, how many penalties do you expect the referee to give out if you're just going to give penalties out for grappling onto players? Literally, that is part of football now. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but so many players, they just grapple onto each other during corners, and you have to deal with it. You can't be giving out penalties for that. And then there was also a few decisions, and Chelsea are complaining about how Neto didn't see the first yellow card. Oh, what is that? And I think they're also forgetting that the referee actually helped them 3 times. 3 times, David Raya catches the ball, we're going to counter-attack, and Chelsea make a foul, and the referee, instead of playing advantage, he decides to blow the whistle. No one's going to say anything there, because Jurriën Timber was through on goal. We had 3 times, 3 opportunities where we were going to be through on goal, but the referee decides to pull it back, and it's an absolute disgrace, but no one will say anything. It's always Arsenal. They're always going to pinpoint Arsenal, and they're going to pick points around the game, little things, and say, that's a foul, that's a penalty, that's that. Arsenal cheating once again. It just does not make sense. Swap Man City and Arsenal, and the reaction after the game is completely different. It is completely different. And I just find it, as an Arsenal fan, it's so draining and just pathetic and annoying, and it's just so annoying seeing rival fans after every single game. The media and Gary Neville always slating Arsenal after every single win. Those kind of wins, the 2-1s against Chelsea, were the type of wins Man City and Liverpool were praised for, saying that's title-winning games, where you don't play well, but you get a win against a very good side in Chelsea. But when it's Arsenal, you play bad, you score 2 set pieces, you're jammy, you're boring to watch, da da da. In all honesty, I don't think I care. I don't think any Arsenal fan cares whether or not we score a goal. As long as it goes into the back of the net, no matter how we score it, we're happy. As long as we win the game, we're happy. I don't want to see magical football and it ends up being 3-3 and it's a good game for the neutral. No, if you don't like watching Arsenal, just turn off your TV. It's as simple as that. No one's forcing you to watch Arsenal. So don't watch Arsenal. We play like this because when we've played champagne football for the past 3 years, we've come second over and over again. And Man City were the team, Liverpool were the team, I would say more Man City were the team to play boring football, taking control of the game, and they were the team to go ahead and win the Premier League. Arsenal were the ones playing champagne football, the entertaining football, and we always lost the league. So now when Arsenal are playing boring football and Man City are playing the entertaining football, everyone loves to criticise. It's absolutely ridiculous and I do not get it. By the way, boys and girls, if you're in here, make sure you like the live and subscribe. It would mean the world. I go live every single day at 7 p.m. So make sure you're there every single day. Tomorrow it's going to be the match preview and then the next day is going to be the match reaction. But today it's just the aftermath about Arsenal winning 2-1, the reaction from some Chelsea fans, the discourse in the media is absolutely disgraceful. Also, Ethan Nwaneri got an assist yesterday, came on in the 64th minute and assisted an ex-Arsenal player in Aubameyang, so that's good there. And Arsenal sit 5 points clear at the top of the table, and that's what you like to see. After drawing 2-2 against Wolves, we had 2 games coming up with Chelsea and Spurs. The 2 games which could destroy our season, or it could kick on our season once again. And what did it do? We battered Spurs 4-1, a statement win. And then Chelsea, don't get me wrong, it was a poor game. It was not good from Arsenal. I am very critical of the team with the way we performed when Chelsea were down to 10 men. But we still got the win at the end of the day. And that's 6 points from 6 against London rivals. Massive London rivals. Against Big Six sides as well. And now we've got Brighton coming up. And after Brighton, we only have 3 Premier League away games left, and we all know how good our home record is. Whereas Man City, I'm pretty sure, still have like six away games, and their away form is significantly worse than their home form. So it's still good for Arsenal. We just got to stay calm and just take it game by game. Yo, what's good, Oliver, man? How are you doing? Remember what to do. You like the live, and so you know you're already subscribed because you're always in here. But I appreciate you for joining in, Oliver. Let me know. Have you seen the discourse in the media this today and yesterday? Have you seen every single Chelsea fan in the media just giving it all the talk, saying this, that, and the other? It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't need to tell me. Go on, Oliver. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you always supporting the lives. It means the world. But yeah, so we've spoken about Chelsea being hypocrites once again. We've spoken about Arsenal sitting 5 points clear at the top of the table with only having 4 away games left, with Brighton being one of them on Wednesday. But we'll do our match preview tomorrow. What's next? Set piece FC, while they only score set pieces on us. Exactly. Chelsea scored a set piece on us. No one says anything. They didn't really create anything in open play. No one's going to say anything. They always expect Arsenal to bring the entertainment. To be honest, if you want entertainment, I strongly advise you not to watch Arsenal. And that's coming from an Arsenal fan. But I don't care if it's entertaining or not. All I care about, and all Arsenal fans care about, is winning the game, getting the 3 points, and trying to get over the line. Because I've seen my club finish second 3 years in a row, and I've seen heartbreak at this club for so many years. And if it means that we have to play boring football in order to win the Premier League, then I'll take it any day of the week. Seriously, I cannot be bothered watching Arsenal being entertaining for the neutrals but dropping points to Southampton, to West Ham. I can't do that anymore. Hypocrites, exactly, Oliver. All about 3 points. Exactly, it is all about the 3 points at the end of the day. Arsenal, let's say the game ends 4-4. Chelsea scored 2 in the last minutes. Wow, what a game that is with a neutral. But for me, as a fan, that is devastating. We're in a title race. I don't want to be entertaining. I want to go ahead and win the game. And if that means we have to score two set pieces, two jammy set pieces, and them getting sent off, and even then they get an offside goal in the 95th minute, and it's close towards the end of the game, and David Raya has to save us, I'll take it any day of the week, because all that matters is the 3 points, and that's what we got yesterday, and I'm absolutely over the moon. I couldn't care if we play horrible football, but once the 3 points are ours, I couldn't care less. Exactly. I'm pretty sure every single Arsenal fan can agree with what you have just said. No one cares with how we play. Obviously, it's nice to see good football because it will bring the confidence within the fans. Just like we've seen against Leeds, Sunderland, Spurs. We've seen good performances, and rightfully so. We had the confidence going into the next game. But at the end of the day, if you're going to play good week in, week out, we see Man City, they play entertaining football, but the amount of chances they concede, Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have scored 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes. If he's clinical on that day, if he's the Dominic Calvert-Lewin during that November-December period, he scores them. Liverpool, Leeds are 2-0 up within the first 10 minutes on a Saturday, 5:30 p.m. under the lights at Ellen Road. Man City do not win that game. Maybe they draw it, but they do not win that game. So it's all good playing champagne football. It's all good playing entertaining football, but it's gonna result in conceding a lot of chances. And luckily for Man City, Leeds weren't clinical. And once they scored the first goal, Man City are very good, and I'll give them credit for it. They are very good at soaking up the game and just seeing out the game and just basically killing off the game without even scoring goals. That's the difference between Arsenal and Man City. You saw yesterday, Arsenal 2-1 up, and Chelsea have got 10 men, yet Arsenal are struggling to even get some passes on board. I'm pretty sure we had 55 passes from the red card to the final whistle. Chelsea had more than double than that with 10 men. It's not good enough, but we got the 3 points, and that's all that matters. So I do not care at the end of the day. Like when we were playing good football in like 22-23, we were vulnerable, but then people said, but then people were saying they had to win. Now that we are winning, they are complaining that we are playing bad football. Exactly. And honestly, let's be honest, we're not here to entertain our rival fans. We're not here to entertain that, because no matter how good we play, there's always going to be fans that are going to criticise Arsenal. They don't want to see us win the league. And that is why after every single game, they will criticise us heavily. They will go to every single refereeing decision and make a point, make some drama out of it, make a scenario saying that should be a red card, that should be a penalty, that should have been disallowed, because they don't want Arsenal to win the league, and that's the simple reality. And as Arsenal fans, as much as it's so annoying to listen every single week, because as an Arsenal fan, and I make TikToks, and as you all know, it is draining just seeing it online constantly over and over again. But that's what comes with football. But that definitely what comes with being an Arsenal fan. Throughout my entire life, Arsenal have either been associated with being the banter club, the bottle jobs, or the team that everyone hates, the team with the worst fan base, the team that no one likes. So we, as an Arsenal fan, and as many Arsenal fans can agree, we have dealt with this majority of our lives. But when it's the mainstream media, when it's Gary Neville, it's so frustrating because you can hear him on the commentary getting excited when Chelsea score in the 95th minute. And what does he go and do? He sees the replays before we see it. And what does he say? Oh, that's onside. Well, everyone and their nans, even a blind person could tell that was offside. He was miles offside. And the fact that Gary Neville got excited, oh my god. He plays this gimmick, by the way, that he wants Arsenal to win this league. He does not want Arsenal to win the league. He says it every single year for his predictions. He says Arsenal will win the league. And fair enough. But during the season, every single time Arsenal drop points is with Botland. Every single time Arsenal concede a goal, he gets all excited. When we score, he's dull as anything. He's like, oh, 1-0. It's another corner, da-da-da. Like, it's just pathetic. Did you see that post of a Chelsea fan saying that they could have scored 5 goals on Arsenal easily, but then they lost? If someone was that delusional as an Arsenal fan, I don't know what would happen. Exactly, Oliver. I mean, Chelsea fans have the audacity to say, oh, Arsenal aren't even good. Arsenal aren't all this. We shouldn't have lost this game. Arsenal are gettable. The amount of times I've heard Chelsea fans say that for the past 3-4 years, yet for 11 Premier League games in a row, they have been unable to beat us once. This season, in 2026, Mikel Arteta has beat Chelsea 3 times. In that time, in 6 years, let me just pull this. Since 2019, Chelsea have beaten us twice. In 2026, bear in mind, we've just started March, we've already beat Chelsea 3 times. Yet every single time we play them, it's either they're not good, they're gettable, we were better than them, they were lucky. When can they ever just take accountability? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Arsenal were good yesterday. I'm not saying that we were the better team, because at parts of the game, I genuinely thought Chelsea were going to snatch a winner or something before the red card. Pedro Neto ruined the game for them. But the amount of times I've heard them say that, and then we play them and we beat them, and it's just the same old story. Oh, we'll see you next month. Oh, after Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0 in the Carabao Cup second leg. Oh, we hope we play you in a couple of weeks' time. We'll see then. Oh, 1st of March comes, Arsenal against Chelsea. And what happens? We win 2-1. Oh, but the referees were terrible. Oh, but you were lucky. Oh, but we got a red card. Just take accountability. It's like Gary Neville is hyping them up. Exactly, Oliver. Gary Neville just despises Arsenal. He wants any team to beat us. But then when it comes to doing his predictions and saying who's going to win the Premier League, he's always that one pundit that's always going to back Arsenal. And it's just so confusing because he knows he hates Arsenal because of all like the rivalry back in the day. But then he tries covering it up by saying Arsenal are going to win the league. But then throughout the entire season, he just loves to slate us over and over again. 1,654 days to be exact. Thank you, Oliver. I'll keep that in mind. Chelsea haven't beaten us in 1,654 days, and they have the audacity to say that we'll get a ball, that we're lucky, and all these excuses. When can they admit they're just better? When can they admit they are just better than us? The thing with Chelsea, I guarantee you, obviously Arsenal are never. We're not gonna go for the next 100 years beating Chelsea. Obviously, there's gonna be a period where this streak ends and where Chelsea beat Arsenal. But when they do beat us, whether that'll be next year, 10 years, whenever, I can just see Chelsea fans getting all excited, bigging up that win. And I just can't. I'm dreading that day because honestly, they will be so unbearable. It'll be sickening. One can admit we are better than them. Exactly. If you're a real Chelsea fan, you can just admit that we are better than them. When we are both having bad days, we are still better than them. And you could say injuries is an issue. You had Cucurella out, fair enough. You had Estevao out, fair enough. You had Colwell out, but he's been out the whole entire season. And you had Fofana out. Don't be stupid, and you won't be getting players suspended. At the start of the season, Caicedo, idiot, getting a red card. That's not our fault. That's your team and their inexperience and their immaturity and getting red cards for absolutely no reason. The next game, in the Carabao Cup first leg, Caicedo again getting suspended just before it, missing the first leg. That's not our fault that your players are so stupid and can't keep themselves calm enough to not get any yellow cards or red cards to get suspended before we play Arsenal. The third leg, you pretty much had a full fit team. Yes, Reece James was out. Yes, Cole Palmer was on the bench. Estevao was on the bench. But pretty much it was a full fit team. And then yesterday, Fofana was out. That's because you're ill-disciplined and you can't stay. Your players can't go more than 3 games without getting a red card. Like Oliver said, they have had 9 red cards this season. 9 red cards, that's equaling the record. That's equaling the record of the most amount of red cards in a single season. And we're in March. That's embarrassing. That is actually embarrassing. And I'm not joking when I say this. If Chelsea didn't pick up those red cards and they actually picked up the points where they dropped points when they got the red cards, like Burnley where they were 1-0 up, they picked up the red card and they dropped points, dropped another 2 points, genuinely, they could be in a title race. But guess what? Your owners are so focused in buying 24 and under that they're so inexperienced. And yes, you could say Pedro Neto is like the 3rd oldest player. But then you have idiots like Pedro Neto that on a yellow card decide to just stop an attack and swipe Gabriel Martinelli's legs. Like, what do you expect? And the fact they was arguing about it as well, it's pathetic. They would be top 3. I genuinely think that as well. Chelsea aren't a bad side, but they're just being idiots has cost them so many times this season, and it happened again yesterday. Because when it was 1-1, and when we came out for the second half, Chelsea were the better side, and I said to myself in my head, we are not getting 3 points here, and I'm fuming because that probably means the title is over. We go 2-1 up, unexpected, but even then, Chelsea was still somewhat the better team. They weren't miles better than us, but at periods of the game, they were semi better than us. And then Pedro Neto gets a red card, and then even though Chelsea scored an offside goal, Liam Delap should have squared it to Garnacho. Garnacho had a good shot on target. Even though all these opportunities happened, just because of that red card, it was pretty much game over. 10 men Chelsea. I know they pulled off a result at the reverse fixture, but 10 men Chelsea against 11 man Arsenal at the Emirates. There's only one outcome, and it's like, if I was a Chelsea fan, I would be so frustrated with my players constantly just costing games, which is ultimately costing them Champions League football. And honestly, I'm glad it's not my club. It used to be my club. Last season, we picked up 6 red cards in the Premier League, and it felt like it was just costing us week in, week out. But this Chelsea team is 10 times worse, and I'm glad it's not Arsenal, because we have picked up the second least yellow cards, and we've not picked up a single red card. The discipline with this Arsenal side has been so much better than we've seen in any previous seasons, and that's why we are able to pick up points where we even are terrible, when we don't play our best. We are able to pick up points because we don't do stupid stuff and get red cards. Simple as that. Without the red card, Arsenal won. I've got 3 points. I don't disagree, to be honest. Even though I would love to say Arsenal would have won either way, I still don't. I don't have full confidence that Arsenal would have actually won that game if Pedro Neto didn't get sent off. Obviously, Pedro Neto wasn't going to be the player that would have changed the game on his own. But it's just the psychological fact, like mental fact of having 11 men on the pitch against 11 men. And, like, it's honestly, it's so stupid. But I'm glad it's happened twice against Arsenal where they've got 2 red cards, and it's helped us. Because even in the reverse fixture, if Caicedo doesn't get a red card, who knows what happens? Who knows? Because honestly, they weren't that bad. And they probably could have gotten a result against Arsenal in the reverse fixture if Caicedo wasn't stupid against Mikel Merino. But because you're disciplined, that's what happens. By the way, boys, make sure you like the live. We go live every single day at 7 p.m. So make sure you're there and subscribe, because it'll mean the world. Their discipline issues need fixing, yeah, but to be honest, it's not even our problem. We shouldn't care about Chelsea. Chelsea have got their own problems. We've got our own problems. And one problem that I do want to point out is our lack of killing games. Like, we are so bad when it comes to killing games off, and that's what Man City are so good at. It's just killing the games off. Why are we so bad at it? It's so frustrating, because when we're 2-1 up, all we have to do is control the game, and we've won. But we have to make it so difficult, and I know we got the 3 points at the end of the day, but we have to make it so difficult for ourselves, so nerve-wracking towards the end. we just couldn't even get 5 passes together without losing the ball. We kept hoofing the ball up. No one's able to control it. We're losing the first ball, the second ball, the third ball. And even that opportunity towards the end of the game where we had a free kick. We hoof it up. Martinelli and Havertz, I'm pretty sure. They both lose their duels. And they just allow Lavia to run through them. And they're on a counter-attack again. It's like, what are we doing? We're doing it. It's like so unnecessary. We don't need to do this. So why are we doing it? Man like Hads, how are you doing, bro? Trossard had a poor performance, I'm not going to lie. That has just reminded me. We will be talking about Trossard before we are going to talk about Trossard. Ads, could you please like the live? It would mean the world. We're trying to build up the community. So liking the live would mean a lot. We go live every single day at 7 p.m. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, you have been in there before. So I think you know the drill. But yeah, like the live. Yeah, so let's talk about Trossard. Selfish. Selfish is probably the word that's the best word to describe Trossard. Selfish and frustrating. The amount of times he just holds on to the ball for so long, it's like, release the ball, release Gyökeres earlier, release Saka, just pass the ball. And do you know what does my head in and it gets me on the edge of my seat is where he's got the ball in our own half and he's got a player behind him and he's just dribbling it across our box and he's just going to whip one across our box. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're a left winger. Just please stay down that left-hand side. Maybe it's an instruction from Mikel Arteta, but just stay on that left-hand side. Stop dropping deep and making it all nerve-wracking. Because there was one time yesterday where he was on the edge of our box and he lost the ball, I'm pretty sure. Luckily for us, though, I'm pretty sure he won it back instantly. It's just, why? And Trossard, not only does he hold on to the ball for too long, when he does release the ball, there was one chance when Declan Rice was through on goal and then the pass was terrible. If he executed that pass perfectly, we were through on goal. And it's like, it's just so frustrating to watch. And don't get me wrong, Gabriel Martinelli has been just as bad this season. But he looked a lot better when he came on the pitch yesterday. He just looked a bit more lively. He wanted to get ball and get at Reece James. He got Pedro Neto the red card because of him running down the line. It was just a lot better. But even then, I don't want to see Martinelli play. I want to see Eze play. I want to see Eze play down the left-hand side, but I don't get why he's not playing down the left-hand side. Mikel Arteta frustrates me a lot, and I'm not Mikel Arteta out whatsoever, but he does so many stupid things which piss me off. I don't know why I'm so negative after a 2-1, very good 3 points yesterday against Chelsea, but there's so many problems right now. When I see him, he frustrates me. Fair enough. I'll be so real. I think a few players take too long on the ball and they just need to pass it forward and not the defence passing back and forth. Yeah. What's Zubimendi? Zubimendi looks absolutely knackered and he almost cost us once again yesterday. Have you seen the discourse around David Raya apparently diving? When Zubimendi did that bad pass back, all over Twitter, I've been seeing people say that David Raya dived and we're cheats. Genuinely, once I've finished live, go over to my TikTok. It should pop up at the bottom here. Like, my TikTok, it's Callum Talks AFC. Once I've finished the live, go check my TikTok out. It's absolutely disgraceful, the amount of rival fans that have a massive agenda against Arsenal, saying that David Raya dived when it was just the momentum. If you know how to play football, if you've played football before, you know about the momentum and what David Raya is doing. He lost his balance and he had too much momentum. Exactly. And apparently he dived. Where's the common sense there? These rival fans, when it comes to Arsenal, have no brain. They have no brain whatsoever, and it's so frustrating as an Arsenal fan having to put up with it every single game. Yeah, I've seen the Zubimendi vid. Yeah, it's just and Zubimendi, by the way, I don't know what he's doing with that pass. It's just it's such a hospital pass, and we've seen that so many times in 2026. Before 2026, he set a standard so high where he was probably the best signing of the summer in the entire Premier League, let alone Arsenal. But in 2026, he looks absolutely knackered. He's doing hospital passes week in, week out. He's playing 90 minutes when we have Norgard on the bench, and that's what frustrates me. The only reason why Norgard came on yesterday was because Declan Rice literally went to Mikel Arteta and told him, take me off the pitch, because I'm pretty sure he got an injury. He literally said, take me off the pitch, and that's the only reason why Norgard came on. If that didn't happen, Norgard is still on the bench. Zubamendi plays another 90. Declan Rice plays another 90. And they're getting run into the ground once again. And it's so frustrating because Norgard actually does a job. I swear they want to get an excuse for everything. Exactly. Oliver, you've got ball knowledge, mate. You have got ball knowledge. Norgard needs to start against Brian. And if Ben White's fit, he should start as well. Yep, Norgard has to start. I think Ben White, I can hear that, but I think even then, don't start Ben White. I think Christian Mosquera, why not play him at right back? He's done a job against Spurs. Every single time he's been called upon, he's been fantastic down that right hand side or in the centre back role. I think we should start Christian Mosquera at right back, and I think Timber does need a rest. I think Timber should stay at home. Actually, not stay at home, because I keep forgetting Brighton's actually an important game. But Timber should not play against Brighton or Mansfield. Maybe come off the bench against Brighton to see out the game. But against Mansfield, definitely he should go at home, lay in his bed, have a day off. Maybe his girlfriend or his fiance, whoever it is, makes him a breakfast in bed. He's chilling. He's got the football on TV, supporting Arsenal, taking a picture on his phone, putting it on Instagram, saying, come on you Gunners, love heart, exclamation mark. Do all of that. That's what Timber needs to do on Saturday, I swear down. But I feel he's too stubborn. What, Mikel Arteta? I think Arteta's lost a bit of trust in Calafiori. Calafiori is a good conversation to have, by the way. We'll get on to that as well. I know he won't. Yeah, Norgard won't start. I'm not going to lie. Norgard won't start, but Hincapié has been excellent. That's the thing with Calafiori. Calafiori, since coming back from injury, he's been poor, and that's the harsh reality. Before his injury, he was fantastic. He was best left back in the league, arguably. Then he got injured, and once he was injured, Hincapié took that opportunity with both hands and has been superb every single game. Even yesterday, he got an own goal. It was a mistake from Hincapié, and he bounced back from it. He performed brilliantly against Chelsea, against Spurs, against the teams before that. Wolves, he got a goal. I know we drew that game. But he's been superb constantly. And that's kept Calafiori out the team. And what we need to do with Calafiori now is giving him some minutes. So maybe start him against Brighton on Wednesday. I think he should start against Brighton. I think Calafiori should start and Hincapié should rest. Again, against Mansfield, I think Calafiori should start. But then, against Leverkusen, that's when you bring back Hincapié. Didn't he tear his hamstring? Who? Calafiori? What happened to Ødegaard? What happened to Ødegaard? I'm pretty sure he's having a reoccurring thing with his knee. Against Brentford, he picked up that injury. It's so weird, because against Brentford, he picked up that injury in like the 75th minute, carried on for the rest of the game, was out for about 2 weeks, I swear, came back against Spurs, came on for 15 minutes. A week later, he's nowhere to be seen on the bench. I don't know what's happening with him, but honestly, I'm not going to rely on Ødegaard anymore this season because of the mental fact that's good. He is probably mentally drained for the amount of times that he's got contact injuries this season. With the World Cup coming up, he's probably prioritising that, and that's the unfortunate reality. I think he is prioritising the World Cup over this season because Norway's first World Cup in 30 years, probably his lifetime. He's going to be captain his country. It's a big moment, and I don't think he wants to get injured, and I'm pretty sure he's been injured 4 times due to contact injuries this season, so it's not been great. We need a serious conversation about him. Yeah, I know we do. I thought Ødegaard tore his hamstring, but he didn't tear his hamstring. If Ødegaard tore his hamstring, he would pretty much be out until the World Cup. He didn't tear his hamstring. He did something with his knee, but it can't have been a serious one because he literally came on against Spurs. So if it was a serious one, then I don't know what the Arsenal medical staff are doing. I don't know what Mikel Arteta is doing. I don't know what anyone's doing. I just think it might have flared up again, or it might have. When he came on, it might have started hurting again or something. Honestly, to be honest, I don't really know. Which I would low-key do the same way. What do you mean, Oliver? Are you talking about Odegaard and the World Cup? But yeah, Odegaard, he's out. Kai Havertz is obviously back. Tomorrow, we will be back for the match preview, and that's where we'll go through the Mikel Arteta's press conference, because when we will go live at 7 p.m, Mikel Arteta will do his press conference. I think it is 1:30, so we'll have all the information about Declan Rice, hopefully, about Kai Havertz if he's available to start. I know he's probably going to be in the squad. The information about Ben White, Odegaard, we'll have all of that. We'll go through how I predicted a lineup as well. It's going to be a lot different. Not a lot different, but it's going to be different from the one that we saw against Chelsea. And we'll go through all of that. We'll get your thoughts as well once we go live tomorrow. And then obviously Wednesday is where we do the match reaction. Hopefully it's a positive one, because it has been for the last 2 weeks. It's like an Achilles issue. Once it's fixed, it comes back. Yeah, but I think with Odegaard, I just think, I'm really confused what's happening with Odegaard. It's quite frustrating though, because we need everyone back, and when you're trying, I know I've been critical of Odegaard this season, but there's one thing that you can't doubt Odegaard is that he can see a game out. He can get the ball and just control a game, kind of like what Man City do with their players, with like a Cherky, Bernardo Silva, Rodri. Those kind of players just get the ball and just see the game out, pass it, control, and that's what Odegaard does. So when we are holding on for a game like that against Chelsea, where they're down to 10 men, but they have nothing to lose, Odegaard can be there to hold off the game, and it's so frustrating now that he's not back and he's constantly out, because Odegaard would have been perfect yesterday for the last half an hour of yesterday's game. Maybe not half an hour, maybe like 20 minutes. I think Gyökeres needs to start getting subbed off with half an hour to left. Yeah, oh, that's actually a good point though. Boys, by the way, if you're in it, by the way, like the stream, because we go live every single day at 7 p.m, and subscribe, turn on notifications. But Gabriel Jesus has not come off the bench in I don't know how long. I don't know when the last time Gabriel Jesus kicked a football. I'm speechless. I don't know what's going on with my vocabulary right now. I can't speak right now. But Gabriel Jesus has not played in so long. But I think bringing on Jesus is pointless. It really is pointless. Gyökeres does offer a bit more. Yes, the link up may look smoother. Yes, he may hold off the ball a bit better. But Gyökeres has been doing that superb recently. And I know Gyökeres wasn't good yesterday, but he was great against Spurs, so I'm not just going to instantly turn in him after one bad game. Victor as a sub is better, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, he's had some good sub appearances. The Victor Gyökeres where he's at his best is when Kai Havertz is in the 10, and I'm pretty sure many people can agree with that. Without Kai Havertz, Gyökeres does all the dirty work in terms of when the ball is getting hoofed over the top, he's the one that's having to control it and do all the link-up play. Whereas if Kai Havertz is in the 10, he will do that job, whereas Gyökeres can just purely focus on making those runs in and behind and just only focusing on scoring the goals. Kai Havertz will do all the link-up play, all the hold-up play, doing all the dirty work against the defenders, all the midfielders. That is what Kai Havertz will do. And then it will free up Gyökeres, and Gyökeres will play 10 times better. Saka as well. Kai Havertz just makes everyone better, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Gyökeres and Martinelli are very good super subs. Yeah, Martinelli's a good super sub. We saw it yesterday. Very good super sub. His pace can be deadly. And also, Gyökeres is a good super sub as well. We saw it against Inter Milan. He can make a big difference when coming off the bench. But starting Gyökeres, he's just a proper unit up top, and he's that striker that can just cause a lot of problems to the defenders. But then again, he could also be absolutely anonymous for the 90 minutes. So it is very inconsistent with Gyökeres. If you're in it, boys, make sure you like the stream. Hit that like button. It's completely free, and I would appreciate it massively. And also, subscribe to the channel because we go live every single day at 7 p.m. Before I end, I just want to talk about Eze. We've spoken about pretty much everyone. We've spoken about Chelsea. We've spoken about yesterday's game. We've spoken about the referees, the hypocrisy from Chelsea fans. But it's now time to talk about Eze. But quickly, one sec. I think Saka might need to start in the 10 against Brighton. Potentially. But with Eze, is it just a thing where Eze is good against Spurs and no one else? Good against Spurs, good against Crystal Palace, but no one else. That could be a theory. And as much as everyone does not want to believe that, Eze's performances, if you look at Eze's performances this season, the two standout performances were against Spurs and against Spurs. And it's a bit concerning because he was so good against Spurs. And maybe it's just the way that Spurs play, the amount of space that Eze gets in and around the penalty box. But when he comes up against Chelsea, Anonymous once again, yes, he could have got a goal yesterday, but didn't really get into the game that much. And it's just frustrating because if he starts against Brighton and then he goes ghost again, then we have Kai Havertz back in Ødegaard. And after such a positive performance yesterday against Spurs, 2 games later, he's dropped again and we won't see him for another 3 weeks. And it's just so frustrating. Eze's first touch yesterday was horrible. I can't even remember, to be honest. I think I remember one bad touch from Eze though. Maybe it was the same one that you're talking about. Very true. It is frustrating with Eze, and I want Eze to succeed so badly. Eze is one of my favourite players at Arsenal. I just feel like the way that he carries himself, the footballing ability. When he was at Crystal Palace, he was one of my favourite players outside of Arsenal. And when he was at Arsenal Football Club, the amount of excitement that I had around this signing, and then his debut to make it even better against Nottingham Forest, getting the assist to Gyökeres, playing superb down that left-hand side. It filled me with so much confidence. And then he fell off a cliff, comes back, Crystal Palace, gets a goal. And then against Spurs gets a hat-trick and you're thinking, this is why we brought him. And then after that, ghosted completely for months. Ghosted. Spurs comes back. Eze's in the 10. What happens? He scores 2 goals. He's unbelievable. And then it's just the same story. Now, obviously, it's only been 1 game after the Spurs game. But I'm not going to be surprised if Eze goes again against Brighton and again against Leverkusen or Everton. It is just really frustrating. But I'm not going to give up on him. It's his first season at Arsenal. You have to stay patient. And it's what you get with those kind of players. We knew what we were getting when buying Eze. Eze is a player that will ghost through games. And unfortunately, he is doing that quite consistently at Arsenal. And it's a bit frustrating. It low-key confuses me. Exactly, Oliver. It does confuse me too. One game, Martinelli is literally a Brazilian. The next game, he's literally a Sunday League player. Yeah. This, like Victor, he needs time. Yeah, Eze needs time, just like Victor, because every single summer signing won't hit the ground running straight away. Even though you do have those freaks that, like Zubimendi, who's just walked into this team and made us 10 times better. Like Mosquera, when he's called upon, he's been fantastic. Not every single signing will hit the ground running. He's seen it. A perfect example is Hincapié. Hincapié, slow start. In my opinion, it wasn't a slow start. But according to many others, it was a slow start. But then, over time, fans started to see his qualities, and now you're seeing the real Hincapié. And he's literally kept Calafiori out the squad. Not even, like, Calafiori can't even come off the bench at this point. That's how good Hincapié has been. So you need to give these players time. But then when you've got like Martinelli being inconsistent, Trossard being inconsistent, it just screams out for a new left winger. We need a left winger badly, and every single Arsenal fan can agree with me. We just need a left winger. We just definitely need a left winger. It's so frustrating sometimes seeing both of them down that left-hand side being so inconsistent. 1 week, Trossard will pull out a banger. The next week, he'll just do something stupid. Same with Martinelli. We need a new left winger. But it's been a good stream. I will be back tomorrow 7 p.m. for my match preview against Brighton. It's a huge game. We'll go through everything. Mikel Arteta's press conference, predicted lineup, your predicted lineup, score predictions. We'll go through everything that you need to know ahead of the Brighton game. But for now, I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure you enjoy the rest of your evenings and tomorrow. But yeah, just try to stay positive. I say that we won 2-1 against Chelsea. Be positive. If any rival fan tries putting you down, just remind them where we are in the Premier League table. But I appreciate every single one of you for watching a live. It's been a good one. 45 minutes under our belts. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and make sure you never miss another YouTube video, live or short. Appreciate it. Bye, Oliver. Bye, ads. And bye, everyone who's watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.